Okay, welcome back to the channel. It's your match preview between Liverpool and Westham United. A bit of team news. We've heard from the manager this morning about injuries, availability for this particular game. And unfortunately, Florian Wirtz is not available to play in this particular game. We don't know exactly what is happening. I think he got a muscle issue right before the game we played last against Nottingham Forest, and I think it's the same issue that he's still dealing with. So we don't know exactly when he's going to be back. But the good news is that Jeremy Frimpong is back. He's had more than one training session with the team this week, and he'll be available to play this game. I'm not sure if he will be able to start this game, but even if he's not available, I think this time around we have him and also Joe Gomez available to play in this particular game. So we shouldn't see Dominic Szoboszlai at right back, and that is what we all don't want to see as Liverpool fans. Now, getting into the game, when we look at West Ham, we are playing at home at Anfield. West Ham are coming away. They don't have a very good record away at Anfield. In their last 52 games at Anfield, they've only won once, and that happened in August 2015. And we all know what happened to the Liverpool manager then. A few months later, he got sacked. So if we don't win this game, then I wouldn't be very wrong in saying that the manager risks his job if he doesn't win this game. Now, when we look at West Ham in recent weeks, they've picked a bit of form. So in their last 5 games, what has happened is that they've only lost one game. So they've had 2 draws and 2 wins, and they've lost just one game in all competitions. Liverpool have a very similar record. Liverpool have lost just once in their last 5 games in all competitions, winning 4 out of that 5. So in terms of losses, both teams do have a similar record. So West Ham are a bit on the rise. They are having some resurgence in their season. They are trying to fight away from the relegation zone. So they are going to come into this game hoping that they will be able to cause an upset. And for them, a draw is a good result. But for Liverpool, a draw will not be a good result. In our last 5 games in the Premier League, Liverpool have lost 2 and won 3 out of that 5. Now, when we look at West Ham as well, they've lost 1 in their last 5 Premier League games. They've won 2 and drawn 2. So their form is not bad at all. One thing we also need to realize is that when it comes to Nuno Espirito Santo against Arne Slot, I think Slot won once against Nuno, and that was when he started at West Ham. It was, I think, his first or second game. That is when Liverpool were able to beat him. That is when Arne Slot was able to beat Nuno. So Nuno coming to Anfield, it is going to be a definite low block. It is going to be a game of attack versus defense. And for me, that is what we've struggled against this season. So let's see if this time around Liverpool will be able to get the win in this particular game. Now, when we look at the home form, in terms of home form, Liverpool are basically 7th in the Premier League in terms of our form at home. So in our last 5 home games, Liverpool have lost 2 and we've won only 3 out of the 5. Let's look at the away form for West Ham. When we look at the away form for West Ham, they are 16th in the league. They've won only 2 away games in their last 5, drawn 2 and lost 1. So they don't have a really good away record, at least in their last 5 games. So against Liverpool, given that their record against Liverpool at Anfield is very poor, this is a game that we should be looking to put them to bed very, very early on. It is going to be difficult. Like I said, they are going to come in and defend in a low block and try to hit us on the break. But we have to guard against that and also try to take the right decisions, make the right choices when we get into the final third. I think this team plays in such a way that we don't have a very big problem in terms of progressing the ball, getting into the final third. But our main problem has always been that when we get into the final third, it is very difficult for us to break teams down. So I think in this game, decision making will be very important. Individual players making the right calls when they get into the final third is what can make the difference. So the lineup for this game, given that we have Joe Gomez and Soboslai, Joe Gomez and Jeremy Frimpong available, I think now we can go into this game with some sort of out and out right back or a specialist in that right back position instead of playing a makeshift player in that position. So my back four in goal, of course, is going to be Alisson. The back four is going to be Joe Gomez, Konate, Van Dijk, and Kerkers in that left back position. In the midfield, I'm going to go with Dominic Soboslai and Gravenberg at the base of the midfield. So they would be the midfield two. The three in front of that is going to be, I'm going to put, now there's been a lot of talk about starting Rio Ngumoha. My take on Rio Ngumoha is that he needs to play more minutes, but I still don't think he should be starting games in the Premier League. He can come from the bench early on, maybe in the last 20-25 minutes, but I still don't think he should be starting games. I do agree with the manager that at his age, we shouldn't be putting that pressure on him. He can come in on the bench, like I said, in about 20 to 25 minutes to go and try to finish the game. So I don't agree that in some games he doesn't come on at all, and when he does come on, it's a bit too late. I think he needs to come on a bit earlier, but I'll still go with the tried and tested, which is Cody Gakpo on the left-hand side. In the middle of that front three, I'm going to go with